for the Associated Press. Tara.
Hi, General Ryder. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
I wanted to talk about the warning that the U.S. sent yesterday with allies to the Houthis about not conducting an additional attacks on ships, and then you see just hours later there's an attempted attack with an unmanned surface vehicle on ships in the Red Sea. What are the options for the U.S. at this point? And will those options also include potentially addressing Iran's role in supplying the Houthis with these weapons?
Thanks, Tara. So, as you've heard us and others say within the U.S. government, we are approaching this from many different facets to include sanctions, but from a DoD standpoint, of course, working closely with the international community to establish a coalition to help deter Houthi efforts and reassure mariners as they transit this vital seaway in the Red Sea. So we're going to continue to work very hard at that. Deterrence in and of itself, presence is a deterrent in and of itself. And so we expect to continue to see the coalition, the international coalition, grow in support of Operation Prosperity Guardian. As you heard Vice Admiral Cooper, the NAVCENT commander, say earlier today, over 20 nations so far have joined. And again, we continue to expect to continue to see that grow. This is an issue that affects the entire international community. The economic impact, never mind the dangerous, unlawful behavior, is something that we're all taking seriously and that requires collective action.
But what sort of options would there be militarily? Because obviously the statement didn't stop the Houthis from sending an armed drone towards ships again today.
Yeah, I'll let the statement speak for itself, and I'm not going to speculate or get into hypotheticals about potential future military operations. Jennifer.
Pat,
I'll come right back to you.
Pat, I'd just like to follow up on the January 4th strike targeting Abu Taqwa. What kind of weapon was used? Was it a Hellfire missile? Why now? Is this the beginning of a new campaign to target the leaders? And this group that you've targeted in terms of planning, it's not Kateb Hezbollah, which has been behind a lot of the attacks. Why not?
Yeah, thanks, Jennifer. So I'm really not going to have more specifics to provide in terms of what I've read out. As I highlighted, this individual was actively involved in planning and carrying out attacks against American personnel. And as we've long said, we maintain the inherent right of self-defense and will take necessary action to protect our personnel.
And who was the second person killed?
It was an associate of Mr. Abu Taqwa, but I don't have any further details to provide. Let me go to Joe.
Thank you, General Ryder. I want to go back to the issue of the statement that was issued yesterday from the U.S. and its coalition about the Houthis. Have you seen any evidence that there is a serious escalation from the Houthis over the last few days? And given the situation, could you tell us if the option of striking the Houthis is on the table, or it's something just related to contingency plans?
Yeah, again, Joe, I think I'll let the statement speak for itself, which again represented many nations around the world and highlighted that if these strikes don't stop, there will be consequences. But again, I'm not going to get into speculating, forecasting, or talking about hypotheticals. In terms of escalation, again, these are illegal, dangerous attacks. Since November 18th, there have been now 25 attacks against merchant vessels transiting the southern Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden. And so we have worked closely with the international community to stand up Operation Prosperity Guardian under the umbrella and leadership of Task Force 153, with the express purpose of deterring this illegal activity through the increased overall presence and also providing assurances to the maritime industry to help safeguard their transiting of that waterway.